center. Starting at power forward, 6'5", number 16, at the shooting guard position, at 6'7", number 9, Kelly Oubre Jr. The other forward position, at 6'8", number 8, Paul George. At guard, 6'3", number 0, Tyrese Maxey. At center, 7 foot, number 21.
Welcome everyone to a great Sunday night with the NBA here on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Kelly Oubre.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points. They haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Mitchell is out there with Grady Dick, and it's Barrett at the 3 spot. And for Philadelphia, George in the front court alongside Martin. Maxey and Oubre, they have the guard duties, and it's Embiid in at the 5 down low. The three-point shot, so important in today's NBA, and a major part of the game plan, Greg, for both of these teams.
And we can expect to see a high volume of shots from beyond the arc in this one. I'm looking for whichever squad is able to create more havoc and throw the opposing shooters off.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Pass to Pirtle. Now Mitchell. Here's Dick. Trains the three-pointer.
And that is why this team has Grady Dick, a floor spacer coming into the league with an elite three-point shot.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Embiid's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Well, Barrett likes to shoot threes at a steady clip, and he's pretty free with those shots.
Back to Maxey. And it's off from three-point range. Toronto's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Hey, Doris, how has Scotty Barnes advanced his game since being named Rookie of the Year back in 2022?
Well, all the physical skills are there for him. Tremendous athlete, cross-positional defensively. I think what happens for young players is they start to read the progressions of the game more quickly. Now you can put the ball in his hands, let him be a decision maker. This guy is a stat stuffer.
Now here's Barnes. We saw him with 10 points last game. Hits the three-point bomb. Dick's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Toronto.
And that's another basket for them. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
Here's Maxey. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And what a finish by Maxey with that contact. That took a lot of guts.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Raptors?
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Nobody near George. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
That last three must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer.
And that one's good, Barnes.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Embiid kicks to George. Toronto grabs the miss. Last time they met was in Toronto.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
Certainly something to keep an eye on. We'll see how the rotations go this time out. Every night it seems to be different.
Oubre can't get it to go. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. They lead by 11. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
You don't like to count on points from your reserves, but they had some hot hands coming off the bench.
When you get that kind of a complete effort, that's a game you're going to win far more often than not.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Now Maxey, after R.J. Barrett's three-pointer that didn't go. George finds Maxey. Driving inside. It's rebounded by Dick. Toronto leading by 12. Barnes outside. Mitchell in the corner. Fires the three. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Mitchell's got 6.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Pass to George. Three-pointer. He's off on that one. So it's Toronto now. Barnes passes to Barrett from deep. And again, Toronto with the triple.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Here's Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
And Maxey's guys encourage him to attack whenever he can because his first step is so explosive.
It's Dick on the wing. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Down low. Here's Embiid. And Pirtle sends it back. And so it's the Toronto Raptors with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. We come back right after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a very convincing performance from the Raptors so far.
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Raptors leading by 19 points. So the Raptors 5 right now. We've got Chris Boucher, Barnes out there with Brown, and it's Shed in at the point.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
And here's Lowry, following the three-pointer by Scotty Barnes. Here's Embiid. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. 6 points for Joel Embiid.
And Embiid practices these shots all the time, which is why he's so good from this area.
And the Raptors hit again from deep.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Lowry deciding where to go with it here. Pass to Embiid. And there's the foul. It's on Chris Boucher. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
And the 76ers making a change here. Jackson's checked in.
0-0. Reggie Jackson.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Here's Yabusele. Embiid in the corner. From outside, off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
So Doris, for a coaching staff, what's the best approach to the second game of a back-to-back?
For me, Kevin, a back-to-back is about two things. It's about maturity, one, but you also have to manage both games. Look at the minutes of the first game and try to balance them in the second game, particularly when you're talking about your veterans.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
And look, coming out right now, everybody. Let me hear you make some noise for your Sixers TNT.
Checked in for Philadelphia. Oubre comes in for Reggie Jackson. And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA in team free throws. The 76ers in second.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's Lowry, and Pirtle sends it back.
Active defense from Jakob Pirtle, that's the key. When he stays active and alert, blocks are going to be there for him.
Barnes outside, launches it, and again, Toronto with the triple.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
And here's Gordon, following the three-pointer by Scotty Barnes. Embiid against Pirtle. Embiid, no good. The Raptors have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Doris, what this team likes about Jakob Pirtle, the combination of 7-foot size and great skill.
You know what, Kevin? To me, this young man has a nuanced understanding of the game. He sees the floor, so that means at his size, he can make on-time and on-target passes. He's a very capable rebounder and defender. There's just a lot to like about his game. I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Brown outside. The three. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Mitchell's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
2 minutes.
Now here's Gordon. He has yet to score. Takes a 3. And that one is off. 1:49 left here in the second. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Joel Embiid talks about leading his
3
team.
points.
He said, "I've been guarded so many different ways. I feel like I've seen everything, and I know how to attack everything. For me, it's all about how do I bring everyone along with me. You can't win alone. It's just about playing together and involving everybody." Kevin?
And you've got to involve everybody. All right, D, thanks.
And how about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire, a little bit of pride at stake.
Here's Abaji. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. And here's Mitchell from the arc. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Pass to Oubre. Embiid with a screen on Brown. Oubre. And finished off by Oubre.
This guy's a super quick leaper. Oubre doesn't need much time to get off the floor.
Mitchell outside. There's the three. And Embiid pulls it down. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the 76ers. Now here is Martin. Covered by Barnes. Outside Lowry. Embiid, the pass to Martin. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Scotty Barnes picks one out.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he's there at 71 from the line this season, probably below where you'd like to see him.
Shooting two. That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. Here's Barrett. He has 6. Mitchell outside. Here's Dick. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell.
3.
Mitchell's got 5 assists in the game.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Here with Nick Nurse. Coach, the efficiency wasn't there in the first half. What adjustments do you need to make?
I thought we got pretty good shots, and if we're not going to score, it makes getting our defense set up difficult. So you got to keep shooting them. Hopefully we start making some of them.
You can't score until you shoot, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Good to see you and welcome. A lopsided game through 2 quarters and a big deficit for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Where's the perimeter, D? I see no sense of urgency, and those boys are getting scorched.
Big fella, you might be able to guard the perimeter better right now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's take a step back.
All right, and now that we are in the later stages of the season, here's how the standings are looking in the East.
Look at that Philadelphia. a month left in the season. We still don't get to know where they land. Playoffs, play-in, or Cancun. A lot of options on the table.
Man, I know which they prefer, but it's going to take some good play down the stretch to get it done.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game, Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. A fantastic game from Grady Dick in this one.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Well, Doris, both you and I had the honor of being in that 2020 bubble in Florida. Any memories from Orlando?
I think, Kev, just how unique the setting was, and I have to give some props to the players. No fans, no normalcy, away from their families for extended periods, and yet they were able to lock in and give us some incredible moments.
Inside for him, it's Martin next to Embiid. Running the wings, it's Oubre and George. And it's Maxey in at the point guard. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Here's Embiid. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his fourth rebound in this one. Dick in the corner. The three ball. And again, Toronto with the triple.
You want to talk about a perfect performance? He hasn't missed a shot all night. Incredible.
Outside, Martin. Maxey looking it over. And finished off by Oubre.
Well, there's a chemistry with this group, and Oubre makes that finish look easy.
Toronto's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. And he can't answer back the three-pointer offline. The Raptors have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Got that one up quick. Dick's got 27 points.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
Outside, Martin. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And the three off target.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Pirtle finds Dick. The tray. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for the 76ers.
Number 7, Kyle Lowry.
Outside, Maxey to stop the run. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
For 3, Barrett. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got his 8th assist in the game. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock.
2 minutes remaining.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Martin with the screen for Oubre. The 76ers with another miss.
boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Philadelphia's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. Back to Maxey. And Pirtle sends it back. And he gets it back. Stolen by Mitchell. Here's Barrett, and Barrett slams it in.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
The 76ers shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Pass to Oubre. 1:03 left to play here in the third. And he converts the layup. Oubre's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, how about the length and athletic ability of Kelly Oubre Jr.? Go ahead in there.
Barnes outside. Lets it go with a three. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Martin wide open. He fires. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Martin's got 9.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Dick. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Back to Lowry. Outside Martin. Lowry kicks to Martin. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And here's Barnes for 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And so it's Toronto, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll return shortly. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Now the 76ers with it. So for Toronto right now, we've got Brown, and it's Mobo in at the 4 spot. Rebound by the Raptors. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. And here's Brown outside, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
How about Bruce Brown showing off a bit of range right there? How confident is that three-point shooting right now?
And the 76ers call time here.
South Philly, let's get loud and proud for your Sixers TNT. Looks like it's T-shirt time, fans. Who wants the shirt? 76ers ENT.
'76ers shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Gordon with no one around. No good on the three.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to Shed. Here's Abaji. And again, Toronto with a triple.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Gordon for three. Buries it from three-point range. Gordon's got himself on the board with three there.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And that one's good, Abaji.
Well, you love the unselfishness of Bruce Brown. This is really a developed part of his game. His passing is on point now.
Here's Gordon finding the lane, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
That kind of defense, it's almost as if they're just standing there.
Well, for the most part, they were just standing still, and you've got an easy 2 points.
Yeah, and despite his restrictions offensively, you still have to close off the lane or he'll burn you.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Pass to Brown. Launches a three, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. From past the arc. Unable to get that one.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Pass to Shed. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's Mobo. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
3 points.
Mobo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. For Philadelphia, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6.
2 minutes remaining.
And here is Drummond. Yep, that one goes in there. Drummond's got his first bucket of the night.
This is what we call strength from a veteran big man. Andre Drummond, no stranger to taking punishment and scoring through it.
Drops in the tray.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Wing shot on the way, and the Raptors tack on 2 more. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Raptors?
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Raptors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it's pretty incredible when you look at the body of work this year, guys. I mean, when they hit 70 wins, we were astounded. And then now, the wins continuing to pile up in what's been truly a remarkable and special season.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Grady Dick.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Bounce pass Maxey. Drummond finds Gordon. Boucher with the rebound.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Brown outside. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Here's Gordon. That's tipped. Here's Shed. He's covered by Maxey. Pass to Mobo. From outside the arc, knocks down the three ball.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
And you know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And now, our player of the game, Grady Dick.